Coronavirus is killing people, but what you're gonna do is kill people of starvation. Good evening. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna talk about what's going on around the world. We're gonna educate ourselves a little. I'm just revising, you know, because I need to study. For those that don't know, I do nursing. I'm in my last year, and then I'm gonna share a little bit of my views as well of what my personal opinion about all of this. So the first thing we're gonna talk about is this virus, the pandemic virus, the coronavirus. That is the most spoken subject in the world right now because it's killing people. A lot of people are getting sick from it, but there is things we can do to prevent that. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is stop panicking. Yeah, stop the panicking. You panic, it only takes one person to panic and everybody else is going to start panicking. Like, for example, the panic buying. It's not necessary. It's already been said that the shops are not going to close, and whether we go to into lockdown or not, you're still going to be allowed to go and buy food in an emergency case of where you've run out of food. Do you get what I mean? Another thing you need to think about whilst you're doing your panic buying, there's your healthcare professionals are working 15 to 20 hours a day, repeat, day to day, back to back, to try and help you, your family, and the rest of the population. Whilst you're going to the shelves and emptying everything, they're giving their best. And okay, let's say they just done a night shift, okay, and then the next day they have to go and buy stuff, because these people do have kids and they do have families. You get what I mean? So they finish their shifts and they go to the to the mall, to the shop, to try and buy food, and there's nothing because someone else, whilst they were working, decided to empty the shelves. Like, let's just think logically, okay? Think logically and think about others before you act, okay? Yes, coronavirus is killing people, but what you're gonna do is kill people of starvation. Do you understand? Like, and that's even worse because that is something we can prevent, whereas coronavirus at the moment we have no cure, so there's nothing we can do about it apart from following the rules, which is going to lead on what I'm going to talk about next. The importance of you staying at home, okay? It's like, I don't know how many times I need to scream this, yeah? You must stay at home. There's so many people in this country, there's so many people in this world, and we do not have enough hospitals, okay? Imagine if every single person gets critically ill. We don't, like, okay, let me give an example. Let's say a hospital only has 40 beds, 40 intensive care beds, yeah? I'm gonna try and make this as simple as I can. There's only 40 beds, and there's what, 100,000 people in one area, like in an area in London, okay? And that area has a main hospital that has 40 beds, right? Imagine everybody getting sick. There's only 40 beds. Listen to me carefully. There's only 40 beds. Where are they supposed to put the rest of the people that can't go, that are ill, if they don't have the beds? So the importance of staying at home is literally, I don't know how many times I need to say it, but I'll continue to say, you need to stay at home. We don't have enough beds. Our doctors, our nurses, all of our healthcare professionals are working extremely hard. And remember, they're getting tired as well. It's draining. It's something new that nobody was prepared for. Like, someone didn't say, oh, hello, by the way, no, they didn't know. We don't have a cure. So the maximum you can do to help is stay at home. Stop thinking that you're I'm not gonna get the coronavirus. No, don't do that, because you don't know. The thing is, people are acting this way because you don't care about something until it happens to you or to your family member or to someone you are close to. But we can avoid that. If you stay at home, you're doing a huge favor for the NHS and everybody else, and in other countries as well. You're doing a favor for your hospitals, because we do not have enough beds, we do not have enough nurses, we do not have enough doctors, and we need to cherish and work with the people that are trying to help us at the moment. Do you get what I mean? We have to work together, not against each other's. This is not us versus each other's. This is us versus the problem. The problem, which is the disease that is killing people, that is making people unwell. Yes, the rate of death is not huge, but the more people we infect, the more people we are putting at risk to become critically ill, if that makes sense. So if, like, let's say, yeah, I'm young, so God forbid I got it, and then I now go outside, I'm gallivanting, I give it to someone else that, for example, lives with their grandparents. That's putting their grandparents at risk. That's putting other people at risk. It's not necessary. Just stay at your house, okay? Let's avoid it. Some of you, like, I've had conversations with some people and they're telling me, it's just a cough, like, it's not even that deep, like, it is very deep. It is deep, because although you don't die and although your mortality rate is not high, you still get affected. Do you get what I mean? Like, your lungs still suffer something, hence why you have to isolate. This is the thing, you guys need to educate about yourselves about this thing, and it's extremely important. Like, at the moment, I'm in my last year and they're saying that we're so understaffed that they might try and make me, like, right now I'm gonna have to, they're basically gonna cut my course short for a little bit so I can go front line. Do you get what I mean? Do you know how short we are? Like, we're so short that they want to make last year students have to put a break in their course and go ahead and do it. Personally, like, I'll do what I can do, but I don't, like, obviously I've never been prepared for such a big thing. So when I get there, it will be a shock, and it is hard, the stuff. Do you get what I mean? We're fighting. There's people that are not sleeping, okay? Not all heroes wear caps. Some of them are wearing scrubs at the moment, and some of them, to be honest, some of them are my friends because I work with them. Do you get what I mean? Like, so please, guys, the maximum you can do to help is literally just staying in your house and stop the spreading. Another thing that you're fighting over toilet roll. Is the virus a cough or diarrhea? Because I don't understand. What is the fight about toilet roll? Like, imagine in history, the kids that are going to learn about us in many years to come. In 2020, people were fighting over toilet roll whilst there was a pandemic disease going on. Where's your thought process behind that? Do you make sense? Do you actually make sense? You're fighting over toilet roll. Are you okay, hon? After you have running water. People that should be fighting about toilet roll are not even in this country, and they're not even in Europe. There's people that are going through serious, furious shit right now, and you lot are fighting over toilet roll. Like, and then you guys complaining that, oh, why should the elderly go first? Yes, they should go first because they are vulnerable. And like me, for example, if I was to pick up something, I can be like quite quick to do stuff, and they're like quite fragile, that they have to take their time to pick stuff. And whereas you can pick 10 tins at once, they could probably only pick 2 at once. Like, just think thoroughly. Like, you need to open your mind a little bit. It's not about you, yeah, it's about us as a whole. So stop being selfish, okay? Stop the selfishness. It's not necessary. Like, personally, yesterday, so what I had, because of the course I'm doing, my course doesn't stop. Like, there's no stopping to it, okay? There's just no stopping. Right now we're doing our work online, and in a month or so we're gonna go out there and we're gonna go on placement. Unless we get called to go now, then we'll go now. But at the moment, in a month or so we're gonna go on placement. Some of my friends are on placement.